Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for the month of October 2023. So we are in the sign of Libra and the element is air. So every which way things may be going this month. You Taurus are in your 6th house, which is the house of service, health, and getting your housekeeping done. All those things that we sort of put off, and suddenly when we get to the 6th house, there's a flurry to get it all sorted because you feel like, oh my God, I'm not sorted at all here. So the energy around is the Wheel of Fortune, so excellent card. It is destiny. Things are exactly how they should be. If you've been putting good energy into what you're doing in the project or whatever it is that's important to you, the Wheel of Fortune will shine on you. If you haven't in the 6th house, you will definitely get to and sort. So let's have a look, Taurus, but it's very unlike you to be sort of messy with things. Very careful people. So let's have a look anyway. The Wheel of Fortune, where you are right now. 10 of Swords, end of a difficult period in your mind. So your mind's been very busy trying to sort of control everything. We need this done by this time. And then getting caught up in all that mind energy that really, Taurus, you're earth people. You should really be on the ground, not floating above it, you know, going this way, going that way, whichever the wind may take you, wherever the wind may take you. So the 10 signifies the end of that period of Swords energy, which is sort of obviously sometimes it's anything but clear. So we're getting to the end, pointy end of that. So that's good, and the 6th house definitely will bring you back into doing what has to be done, rather than sort of living in your head too much. What has influenced that and the rest of the reading is the World. So definitely we're coming to the end of a cycle, major card, major work. So despite everything, Taurus, things are on the up and up, and you are coming into closing in on this cycle that you've been in, that has been, unfortunately, with the 10 of Swords, been a bit of a living rent-free in your head. How are you going to do everything? It's coming to an end, so that's good. But also because it's influences, this is the influencer of all the reading, it talks about things actually wrapping up big time. Okay? For those of you that are waiting for the finish line. Okay, so let's see what was going on in August, September. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is very much about getting stuff done. She is the action queen. So she comes through and goes, right, put that there, do this, do that, get everything sorted out. She's like a fire queen. She just burns through the rubbish and the trash and she is action personified, this queen. So she's obviously been sitting there presiding over this time for a while, going, come on, get together. If you want this finished, get out of your head and make action. So there you have action counter to this rent-free living in your head, this, you know, worrying about everything. Queen of Wands, very good card to get, especially if you are in your head. The Queen sort of Wands just comes through and says, no, look, act. Don't just sort of dwell. Recent influences. 7 of Pentacles. So work front wise, usually the 7 of Pentacles talks about, you know, earth things. It's one of your suit. It's very earthy. It's very much about sort of stopping a bit and having a look at what you have achieved thus far this year, which we're October already coming. So it's time to sort of reflect back and see that you have made lots of headway and you have done lots of things. rather than, this is more your energy than Swords energy. So don't forget to take stock, Taurus, because otherwise, you know, it's just ridiculous. You can't seem to get out of that deathly cycle of, you know, overthink. Seven of Pentacles is much more your friend. Let's see what the lesson will be. Four of Cups. So emotionally, there's stuff here where you're sort of a bit dissatisfied, even though, you know, the things are coming, a cycle's coming to an end. Emotionally, you may feel a bit like, oh, but it would be better if this was happening emotionally. And it's kind of, the 4 is like a consolidating number anyway, so it's like, yeah, but this is how it is. So you just have to accept it. It doesn't last forever, the 4 of Cups, but it's just, it sort of comes in at a time where we sort of want more than we actually have. And that's human, isn't it? We always want more. But unfortunately, the universe delivers something else. So it reminds you to sort of reflect on that as well and go, well, no, okay, I would want more. I would like to be here and keep all this with me and move forward. But unfortunately, some things have to sort of change. And emotionally, so this suggests family, like family, friends. You know, if you're moving on, it's about leaving, you will be leaving some people behind, so to speak. However, not really. Especially in this day and age, we always have ways and means of keeping in contact. So that 4 of Cups is that sort of, yeah, it's just disappointment because we can't have everything that we want emotionally, and unfortunately it's just not possible. Near future, and you have the Ace of Wands, and that's exactly what you want coming in. It's like things, really big action card. We've got Queen of Wands and we've got the Ace of Wands coming in near future. So this is energy to get everything done that you want to get done. It's fertility as well for the younger ones. It's all about sort of just getting that sort of injection of energy again after a trying time. So it's actually a great, and it's a movement, of course, because it's Wands, movement and action. So run with that one, Taurus, because that is really beneficial for you at the moment, especially on this path you're on for the next 4 weeks. Let's have a look at what's happening that you're not realizing. 6 of Cups. So this is the past life card. This is people coming back into your life that maybe you haven't seen for a while. It's all about sort of maybe going back to a time in your life when things were simpler, when we were younger. It always sort of harks back to younger days when everything was carefree and problem-free as we saw it then. But mainly it's about people from the past that sort of come back in just to remind us who we are or who we were and how far we've come. And this looks very positive as well. Could be connected to, obviously it is connected to the Ace of Wands, sorry, so it could be a birth to a very, you know, sort of past life experience where you feel very attached to that energy of knowing somebody or someone that knows you so well, and then they suddenly appear and you just go, oh, thank goodness you're here, you know me, kind of. It's that kind of energy. It's a beautiful card, the 6 of Cups. And you're not realising it, so I suggest you kind of look for that this 4 weeks. How others see you. The Hierophant, so definitely moral compass time. And this is, in fact, your card. The Hierophant belongs to Taurus. So it's all about trusting your moral compass, knowing what's the right thing for you to do, especially with this 4 of Cups sitting there. Sometimes we just have to release and realise that those emotional situations will take on a new life, a new lease of life, because the Hierophant, who represents Taurus, will take care of all that. But this definitely is how others are seeing you. You know, just making your way through really listening to your moral compass, because it's just what has to happen. It's the end of a cycle, as we know, is the energy of your reading today. So it's a beautiful card. It's a very trustworthy card. It's a card of faith and hope as well. It's just amazing, and it belongs to you, Taurus. So say no more. That's how you're seen by others. The leader, so to speak, but the moral keeper of the moral compass. So just remember, what's morally right for you is what's right for you. Okay, positive feelings. And the Page of Wands is brilliant because it's a young new card. Page of Wands is all about good news coming your way, new things beginning. You've got 3 Wands cards already, Taurus, so there's something beginning, there's action coming in, there's movement. It's very positive. So you know that whatever's going on in your life at the moment, the end of this old cycle, there's bringing a new one that's really, really good, and it's going to move forward for you and be very action-packed and very positive. This you know. Okay, we will go now to the final outcome. And we have the 10 of Cups. So you have reached the emotional happiness of the 10 of Cups. They call it the marriage card, but I feel like that's a bit of an old-fashioned term. It's just when emotionally things just come together as one, as you would want. It's very much a family card as well. And it's a nice ending for you, especially there has been a lot of stuff going on for you, Taurus. But this is what we'd all want at the end, you know, as the final outcome, is that everything is still as one. Even though we might fear separation or things like that, universally, we're always as one, no matter where we are distance-wise. Okay, let's now get the clarifier of the wisdom of Avalon out and see what your clarifier is. And I think we'll put it today on the 4 of Cups, the lesson, and it will kind of clarify why you're feeling a bit disappointed emotionally. Yeah, of course, something has to be left behind, but then, you know, let's see, without further ado, what that clarifier is for that card. And the High Priestess. Discernment, prescience, prescience, prophecy, and vision. Number 2. Very powerful card, but things are sort of hidden at the moment. You can't see everything for what it is. Intuition, prescient sight, higher knowledge, receptivity, the ability to work with subtle energies of spirit and the psychic powers of the feminine. These are the aspects of the High Priestess of Avalon. When the High Priestess appears before you, she asks you to trust your intuition and to throw the net of your awareness into the world around you, pulling in truths that may defy your intellect, rational mind, or what others wish to falsely or superficially portray. Go beyond the ordinary, past the chaos of modern life, and trust your inner wisdom to guide you on your path. Pay attention to your dreams and keep track of your intuitive hunches. For when the High Priestess appears, she asks you to look for the thread of truth in these places. Be discerning in all that you do at this time, for High Priestess reminds you that not all is as it seems to be. However, don't take this world personally. Rise above it and ask for a true vision to see the path ahead. You'll be given this vision. All you need to do is ask the goddess and be open to receiving it. The High Priestess reminds you of the feminine principle of receptivity, gathering power by receiving information and waiting for others to act first. Allow the world to show you its intentions. The goddess blesses and protects you when the High Priestess of Avalon appears on your path. Fantastic. Thanks so much for listening, Taurus. Have a great 4 weeks.